Okay, so part of the problem is all my invoices are a hot mess. One. Apparently, obviously.
Are we in a situation right now?
Oh my God. So I had this brand deal and it was not even like anything crazy, but like it was for stories and they just never paid. And Javi was like, this is not okay. Like, he's like, if this is from 2019, like, and you're being really nice, Roxy. And I'm like, well, there's only so much I can do. You know?
I agree. I mean, I feel like we obviously follow up.
Yeah.
And then follow up on a follow up. And then you kind of wait a month because you're like, let me give them some time. Maybe it's processing. Maybe it's in the mail.
Right. I know.
Maybe a bird ate it. And then you follow up again.
Oh my God. I know. It's crazy. So Javi like literally called. So here I have invoices that I still need to collect. Still from like 2019.
Got it.
But one of them, this company here has not responded, and that was the one that the blogger actually reached out, remember? Mm-hmm. And we had a conversation on the phone, and then she told me, oh, well, we don't send out contracts, but if you want one, I could send you one. And I was like, oh, well, I know you. Like, there's no reason for me to have a contract if, like, I know you personally.
Got it.
But they're also not contacting me back.
They're not responding.
They're not responding.
All right.
So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, what do I do? Supposedly she sent my invoice to like payments or whatever they call it, their end, and I just haven't heard back. And I like messaged her emailed her several times, like, hey, what's going on?
Call her. Email. Call her. I mean, what's the big deal? Like, does she work for the company? She just works for the company?
She works for the company, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so that's just one. But I also have other I
think you should call her right now.
Other...
Like I didn't know it was that severe. I didn't know it was real. But
this is all.
I thought you'd throw like those little spice bomb in there.
No. So.
But you should call her. I mean, you should call her and be like, hey, what's up? Who else? Like who can I talk to? And then maybe not. She's not maybe the appropriate person to deal with.
But you would think. I mean, I have emailed her several times.
It's
like
irrelevant.
So she wouldn't even.
Why is this generation scared of calling people? I don't understand that. Why are people so scared? Like they're gonna bite you. Like, just call people, demand things. Hey, how you doing? Give me a call back as soon as you get a chance. This is receivables for Roxy Limon. I'm trying to get a hold of somebody in your accounting department for payment. And again, it's Javier from receivables, and it's for Roxy Limon. Thank you and have a good one. Bye-bye. I don't actually do this for a living, but like, I have a department that does it for a living.
So, because she did the same thing to she filmed it, and the day it was gonna go live, she texted her and her was like, hey girl, don't post anymore. This brand like isn't paying. They haven't paid me, and like don't post on stories.
I wish you would have just like emailed me and said that. So like Javi called her several times, no answer, and then Javi called her again like last week, and I guess like she's realizing like, oh, this is, you know, Javi's like, or Roxy's manager or whatever, he's like acting like my manager at that point. He's calling for payment. And she was like, well, just so you know, they haven't paid me. So if you want to take up a lawsuit, like you can, because She's like, I'm in the process of it. And I'm like, why couldn't you just tell me that?
Well, then also it's like, I mean, I'm glad she finally responded and was honest,
Right.
but then it's like, what is this going to cost you to fight versus like what they owe you?
Right.
And then, so you end up just taking a loss.
Let's start all over then. I guess
We're not starting all over. It was very,
Okay.
it's real. It's like, this is what, I mean, even this part we're putting, like, you know, like.
I don't know how to collect from a blogger. That would be something that we can obviously send to collections if you wanted to, but give it a try. I want to have an attorney for rent. I don't have an attorney for collecting invoices. I am sure I can drive there on my visit to Chicago. Is this the one?
Mama.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Show up with the bat.
So, I mean, and they're pretty big. Like, they're not, I mean, it's still like a small brand, but I think they were like gonna go to Target or like go inside Target. Like, they were
I mean,
like,
their chips were really good.
it was
We brought them on our
good.
trip and we
Yes.
were eating them the whole time.
Yes, the granola, like Liam loved it. We made like brownies and it was good. And that's like,
But like, if you like cooked and stuff with it, like I feel like you put
girl,
in so much effort.
I shared, so like part of like my rebranding is like deliver more than what the brand is asking.
Of course.
Hi, baby.
Mama.
What?
Mama.
What? You want me to hold you?
You ever thought about like maybe getting like half of a retainer before you do? Like,
I mean, I
What
have
was that?
contracts on every single one of.
yeah, but like
these.
contracts are not like think about like a general contractor. They get a contract out, and then sometimes people don't pay, or sometimes they don't deliver on what they're supposed to be doing. So I'm just wondering.
Well, I delivered and I did not receive payment. And this is from 2019. And some of these invoices are from 2019, which I don't know if I should even like hire like somebody to like Destiny. Like she can come once a month and
yeah,
like
I think
make sure that these things are getting paid. Like even though these are not paid, I still need to pay like my photographer, my videographer. Like they did their work, I need to pay them, and I'm still not like receiving money because I have to wait 60, 90 days, whatever the case may be.
It's just such a bummer. It's such a bummer
It
because
really
I feel
is.
like it sours your experience and then it makes you like sketchy going forward. Like, someone told me they're like, you should ask for half up front. And I don't, but it really does make sense because then like worst case scenario, at least your fees are covered for like, because like we come out of our pocket to pay our team and then we don't get paid for 6 months.
Exactly. We have to pay our team the second they deliver. Like it should be the same for us as well.
I know.
We have this discussion, like what is happening, you know, financially, like have
I mean
certain invoices being paid, like I think
your desktop?
because I do it all, I like
But
can't
you're-
be the creative and then also be like, hey, I need you to pay your invoice. Like these are all things that are unpaid, and then this one is like somebody who's not even responding, like, and then still trying to you know be a mom, run a business, be creative,
You can
take
tell.
photos. I mean, clearly this is a mess.
Like,
Stop touching it.
Your desktop's pretty shitty.
Stop. I'm gonna put you down.
I don't know how you function with that desktop.
I mean, I am a creative, so my desktop is creative.
The one time that I didn't get paid at all was, now I've had 2 experiences that were really bad. One, I almost had to take a brand to collections because it was a year. It was through
And
a
that's
third
not
party.
like big brands like that. I feel like they're loyal. They
Of
know.
course, they would never do
would
that.
never.
And so I don't think they realized that this agency that they hired wasn't paying influencers.
Right.
And my manager actually told me that they've done that to so many girls at the agency that they're blacklisted. Like their girls can't even take campaigns with them anymore because they don't pay. And so they did end up paying after a year and like threats of collections. But I don't know, she burned a bridge with you and I just don't feel like she needed to do that.
Right.
That could have been handled a lot better.
If she was just honest from the beginning.
Yeah. Or like as soon as you reached out, if she would have just been like, hey girl, like I don't know what's going on with this company. Like, they owe me.
Right.
Sorry, you know.
Last week on Becoming Roxy.
Here's the situation. I just received an email from the client, and they need these photos and video by tomorrow.
No way. That's pretty short.
I know.
At
Yeah.
least a week.